Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I still remember my humble self, Ambassador Prince Nwankwo, a lecturer in the Department of Computer Engineering, Federal Polytechnic Oko in Anambra State, Nigeria, and the founder of Prince Technology and Community Development Foundation. We are known for technological innovations, facilitating change, empowering people, and enabling progress. Today, I will be talking on youth unemployment in Nigeria, a looming, ominously humanitarian catastrophe, and the way forward. Different institutions of higher learning throughout the country have continued to turn into the labor market thousands of job seekers who roam the street in search of non-existing jobs. This is pathetic because those that are supposed to be an asset to the society are turned out to constitute a social nuisance and liability. A few decades ago, possessing a secondary school certificate in my country guarantees one a job almost anywhere. As a matter of fact, such people were actually celebrated. You don't need to search for too long for you to get a decent job, maybe in the ministry, private company, or any government parastatal. Unfortunately, we don't live in such an era anymore. It is a known and a proven fact that out of thousands of graduates that are churned out from a high institution every year, about 70% of them will remain unemployed after 2 years, while about 50% of those that are employed are underemployed. As pathetic as this may sound, it has become a normal thing to see thousands of graduates jumping from one job interview to another after several years of graduating from the high institution. I personally have seen over 10,000 graduates respond to a job with provision for just 8 persons. These are people that went to school with the hope of coming out and getting a decent job, only to face an entirely different reality and scenario. Suddenly, they begin to feel like lame ducks, hopeless and helpless, not knowing what the future holds for them or where to cast their net in the ocean of life. Eventually, out of frustration and anxiety, some of these people begin to venture into all kinds of get-rich-quick avenue of making money, like prostitution, kidnapping, terrorism, and what have you, just to survive. This is the present situation of things. But I want you to think of this. In a world where 1 out of every 5 Africans you meet is a Nigerian, where in fact 1 out of every 10 black persons you meet globally is a Nigerian, it is worth saying that the answers which Nigerians goes around the world seeking from Asia to Europe are in the hands of Nigerians themselves. Nigeria has more human resources than most of the developed countries you see today, but have not started to harness them. And since we have failed to define ourselves in the global community, others have stepped in to define us, and the picture they are painting is not quite pretty. I want to encourage you with this video to reach out to claim the future for Africa. But 2 things are involved. 1, we must change our mindsets. An average Nigerian and average African youth is a defeated person. He's defeated in his mind. He's suffering from psychological defeatism. They think that you can only survive in Europe or in the US, but that's not true. I'll give you this example. A Nigerian man went to California, and in California he met an Indian man. As they were discussing, the Indian man asked the Nigerian guy where he came from. The man said, "I'm from Nigeria." The Indian guy asked him, "What are you doing in California?" This is an embarrassing question to almost all of us, but the guy knows what he's asking. The question sounds embarrassing to the Nigerian guy. The Nigerian guy told him that I came here in search of a land flowing with milk and honey. I came here in search of greener pasture. Nigeria is very difficult. The government is doing this, the government is doing that. There is nothing to, he said a lot of things, a lot of negative stories about Nigeria. As he was saying, the Indian guy cut him short and said, do you know where is Lagos in Nigeria? I said, yes, actually that is where I came from. He told the guy, Nigerian guy, that all the money that he has been spending for the past 3 years that he made them in Nigeria, there is opportunity here. But the main thing is that our eyes are closed to opportunities. For you to succeed in Nigeria, you must have 4 eyes. 2 eyes for locating boundless business opportunities that scattered along the streets of Nigeria, and the other 2 eyes for seeing what an ordinary person could see. Number 2, we must think outside the box and look inward to discover hidden potentials in us. The reason for this video is not to blame the government, neither is it to blame the youth, but to provide solution to youth unemployment. Something must be done as a matter of urgency to address youth unemployment in Nigeria. If not, this country will continue to snowball into catastrophic national crisis of monumental proportion. I'm using this wonderful opportunity to encourage each and every one of us to master opinion by rising up like fire and burning our self-doubt. I challenge us to reach out and claim the future for Africa in ensuring that Africa Rising is not a mere rhetoric but a present hour reality. Youth have a huge part to play in making sure that Africa is placed in her rightful position. And for that to be possible, we must work on our mindset and we must embrace entrepreneurship. Thank you.